Hello my dear students, a very good afternoon to all of you. So in previous class we have discussed with the quadrilaterals exercise 4.3 page number 62. So from that first problem over, then in second problem consider the following parallelograms, find the values of unknown xyz. In that first problem we have solved. So today we will move towards a second problem. So here in this problem you can observe the diagrams whatever they have given that are parallelograms. So you know that the properties of the parallelograms. So you have to remember some of the properties of the parallelogram, like adjacent angles. So adjacent means what? Side by side angles sum is equal to 180 degree, or you can say that the adjacent angles are supplementary. Supplementary nothing but addition of the two adjacent angles to get 180 degree. And always remember that the opposite angles in a parallelogram, the opposite angles are equal to each other. For example, if this is 100, this angle will also become 100 because these are the opposite angles in case of parallelogram. So these are the some property which is needed for you. So just remember, and even some of the properties it will come like alternate, corresponding angles. So those are equal to each other. However, we will move towards the problems. You come to know that how to guess that one. Okay, so today at the second problem you have to observe what they have given. One angle they have given, that is 50 degree, another one x, y, z. So you have to find these angles. So to find these angles you have to use the properties of the parallelogram. So here you can observe, to get x value, is there any adjacent angles? This one is the adjacent angle and this one is the adjacent angle and this one is the opposite angle for the x. So if they have given the y value, then we can directly write x value as it is opposite. But here they have not given. We don't know the y value also, x value also. Then it is not possible to find. Then you have to check the adjacent angles. So here you observe the adjacent angle. We didn't have any adjacent angle here. The value is not there. So we can't consider this one. Now you observe here, these are the adjacent angles and we know one of the angle from that. So x plus of 50, which is equal to 180 degree, by the property of parallelogram, adjacent angles of the parallelogram are supplementary, or adjacent angles sum is equal to 180 degree. That you can we can write and we can find the value of x. So that one we will write and solve. Then we will move further. So this is what I explained. X plus of 50, which is equal to 180 degree, means these are the adjacent angle. Adjacent means near by near, side by side. So x plus 50, which is equal to 180 degree. So whenever you are writing the equation, whenever you are writing something, for that you have to write a reason then. So adjacent angles of a parallelogram sum is equal to 180 degree. If you write the adjacent angles of a parallelogram is supplementary, then it is also fine. So this is the reason why we wrote x plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. So from this we have to find the x value. So x is equal to 180 minus of 50 degree, as x 50 here it is a plus. If it comes to the right hand side it will become negative. So 180 minus 50, that is 130 degree. So x value you got as 130 degree. So now you got this one, you want the y and z value. So here, as you know, in a parallelogram the opposite angles are equal. For x, which is the opposite angle? Y is the opposite angle. And you know the x value. If x value is 130 degree, then y must and should be 130 degree, because these are opposite. In a parallelogram, the opposite angles. So what we can say, x is equal to, so y is equal to x, because why you wrote this equation, y is equal to x, because opposite angles in parallelogram, opposite angles of parallelogram are equal. So what is the value? Y is equal to x value, already we know, that is 130 degree. That means y is equal to 130 degree. So even you can solve like that, and y you got. Now you have to find the z value, and here you know that x adjacent to x, that is this angle, and y plus adjacent to this, that is. So by any method you can solve, because now you know the x value also 130 degree and this one is also 130 degree, and you have to find this angle, and if you get this, then it is possible to find this one, otherwise it is not possible. Or you can think these are the parallel lines and it is the transversal line, these are the alternate interior angles. So even by that method also you can solve. So that method we will follow afterwards. So now the easiest method what you can follow, the adjacent angle sum is equal to 180 degree, from that you can find. Or you observe that for this angle, which is the opposite angle, this one is the opposite angle. So can I write then, consider this one as a P, and P is equal to 50 degree because opposite angles. So what's the reason here? The opposite angles of, you write it, okay, I will write like this, opposite angles are equal. Opposite angles are equal. Which is the opposite angle? This one is the opposite angle. So that's why P is equal to 50 degree I have considered. Now I have to solve for Z value. So P plus of Z, which is equal to 180 degree because a linear pair. You have studied this one, yes. So sum of the two angles in a straight line is equal to 180 degree. How many angles it will form on a straight line? That is, that sum is equal to 180 degree. So P plus Z, that is 50 plus of Z, which is equal to 180 degree. So Z is equal to 180 minus of 50. So 180 minus 50, Z is equal to 130 degree. So this is Z, Y and X value. So even as I told, X is equal to Z we can write because these are the corresponding angles. So you can write that one also. So any one method you follow. Okay. So this is the second problem. Let's move it towards a fourth one, third one. So in this problem, observe that you have to find the X and Y value, and you know this angle, and there is a one mark they have given, that is a 90 degree. Yes. So remember, this shows that the 90 degree. So is there any possibility to find the values from given values? So think that they have given 90 degree angle means there is something related to that. And you know that for this one is the opposite angle. This usually we will say vertically opposite angles. So if there is another angle here, then these are the vertically opposite angles. So these vertically opposite angles are always equal to each other. So if this is a 90 degree, then this angle, so this angle will also become 90 degree. So I can write X is equal to 90 degree because the vertically opposite angles are equal. So remember this one, vertically opposite angles are equal. So this is X is 90 degree. Then we have to find the Y value, and you know that X value we know, this Y, angle Y is we don't know, and another angle C, it is 30 degree. So this is a triangle now. So we know that angle sum property, so we can apply that one, and from that we can get the Y value. So for that, what I will do, X plus of Y plus of 30 degree, which is equal to 180 degree. So how you wrote this equation, on the basis of which you wrote, that is angle sum property of angle sum. So learn these things properly, okay. So after this also it is needed for you even in 9th and 10th standard. So learn these things properly. Angle sum property of triangle, where sum of the interior angles is equal to 180 degree. So X plus Y plus 30. So from that we know, we have written X is equal to 90 degree. So 90 degree plus of Y plus of 30 degree, which is equal to 180 degree. And 90 plus 30, so that is 120. So Y plus of 120 degree, which is equal to 180 degree. So Y is equal to 180 degree minus of 120 degree. So Y is equal to 180 minus 120, that is 60 degree. So this is X and Y value. So another term they have given Z value here. So you have to find that one also. So here you observe, so Z is here, there is no any other angles. So to find this, if you think, we can take this triangle, ma'am, and we can solve for that. So when it is possible, when two angles you know, that time it is possible. So we don't know the two angles, only one angle we know, another we don't know, and this one also we don't know, then it is not possible to find. But there is another possibility to find this one. Okay, listen this carefully. So as it is a parallelogram, we know that the opposite sides are equal to each other. So this angle, this side and this side, we can consider AB and DC are parallel, and AD and BC are parallel to each other. So as these two sides are parallel, so you can consider AD and DC, and these are two parallel lines, and one line intersect the two diagonals, the diagonal formed. Yes, the two line, this is called as a transversal line. Okay, any two parallel lines or another one line which is cutting the two parallel lines, that is a transversal line. So these are the two. If you extend this one and draw the line, then it will be same. Yes, so if you can observe, if you extend, and this one is the third transversal line, we can say. So there are two parallel lines and one line is joining that one, so there are two intersection point. So if like that it is there, that time there is a corresponding angles and alternate interior angles. So corresponding angles means it is on the same side, but here you observe alternate interior angles. The word is very important, alternate interior angles. So alternate means what? This line is there, the transversal line is there. So one angle this side and another angle another side. So as it is a transversal line, so one angle is here and another angle is here. And don't consider this one and this one. So here you observe this one is upward direction. The angle is showing upward direction. This angle is downward. So that's why these are opposite that side, and these are, one is this side and another one is this side. So alternate interior, inside of that alternate interior angles, these angles are always equal. So remember, alternate interior angles. And if the angles are the same side, then that is called as the corresponding angles. Again you will learn that one. First you understand what do you mean by the alternate interior angles. Whenever there are two parallel lines and one is the transversal line cutting that two parallel lines, the intersection point, there is a formation of the angles, and if that angles are alternate means one is one side and another one is another side, and the direction you observe, that is one is upwards, one is downwards, that is called as alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles are always equal. So for that, what you can write, BC is parallel to, so this is the sign for parallel, so that means are equal. Parallelogram, we have the parallel lines, so BC is parallel to AD. So from that we can say Y and Z are equal to each other because alternate interior angles, alternate interior angles. So do you know the Y value? Yes, we have founded that is 60 degree, which is equal to Z. So this is the value of this one. Here I have explained. So when it may come in 1 mark also, so just one angle they will write like 80 degree, and what is the Z value if they ask, directly you can write from that. If it is 80, this will also become 80 because these are the alternate angles. So like that also they. So for this it is needed that which is the vertically opposite angle, which is the adjacent angle, and which is the supplementary angle, and which is the alternate interior angles, which is the corresponding angles. That all thing you have to learn from this unit. Okay, so move towards fourth problem, and don't worry how much problems, that much you will be thorough with these concepts. So here also now it is easy to you how to find the values. Yes, so you have to find x, y and z value. So one angle is given in a parallelogram, so you have to find another one. So if you consider this one, so there is no value, so it is not possible to find. If you consider this one and this one, these are the adjacent, so x plus of 80 which is equal to 180 you can write, by the parallelogram property. So from that you can get a x value. Then if you get the x value, you can find the y value. If you get the y value, then you can solve, and these are the opposite angles. From that also you can write, and even you can write, if this one is 80 degree, then this y is also 80 degree. So why it is 80 degree? Because opposite angles are equal. So any method you can follow and write, but it must and should be a proper. That's it. And you have to give reason for every sentence. So what I will follow first, as it is a 80 degree, so directly I will write y is equal to 80 degree. We can write, because why I can write, because we know that the opposite angles in a parallelogram are always equal. So that reason you have to write. Okay, so opposite angles of parallelogram are equal. So whenever you are writing something, for that you have to give reason. If you are writing 80 plus of x equal to 180, then you have to give reason. If you are writing 80 is equal to y, then you have to give reason. So which is very important. Without a reason, if you wrote this one, then it is not valid. So you have to give a reason whenever there is a necessary. So again, now you observe, now you got this one. So is it possible to find the x value? Yes. So we know that x plus y, these are the adjacent, or you can solve by this also. X plus 80 is equal to 180, or x plus this one is also x plus y is equal to 180. All are same. So we will consider x plus of 80. So x plus of 80 degree, which is equal to 180 degree, because in a parallelogram the adjacent angles, so adjacent angles of parallelogram sum is equal to 180. So you write it fully. Okay, parallelogram sum is equal to 180 degree, or you can say that is the supplementary. So x is equal to 180 degree minus of 80. So x is equal to 100. So now you got the x value. So that is x is 100. So from that you can write this angle. So just consider this one as a p. Like that you can do. Otherwise these are supplementary. Yes. So these are adjacent. Yes. So 80 plus of this one is equal to 180. So you can find that one also. So everything is same. So directly I will write x is equal to p is equal to x, because these are opposite angles of parallelogram. Opposite angles of parallelogram are equal. So what is the p value then? So x is 100 degree means, so p is also 100. So I want the z value, p plus of z, which is equal to 180 degree. So p is 100. So z I will keep as it is. So 180 degree. So p is, you have to find the z value. So z is equal to 180 degree minus of 100. So z is equal to, sorry, it is 80 degree. So z is equal to it, which is our final answer. X we have found, y we have at the for starting 80 degree, and z is equal to 80 degree. So this is about fourth problem. Let's move it towards fifth one. So here the fifth problem. So there is a parallelogram they have given. So naming they have not given. So we will just write it down, A, B, C, D. So remember that whenever we are writing the parallelogram, we are writing parallelogram A, B, C, D. We can call. Otherwise, you can call like this, A, D, C, B. So don't read like a parallelogram A, C, D, B. It is not right. So you have to go side by side. A, B, C, D. Either anti-clockwise or clockwise. A, D, C, B. Okay. So this is how to read the parallelogram. So A, B, C, D, as I have given anti-clockwise. So parallelogram of A, B, C, D. So in that they have given the angles 40 degree, Y, X, 112 and Z. And there is a diagonal also, it is there. So observe, you have to find X value, you have to find Z value and Y value. So one angle they have given, and here also one angle is there. So if you consider this one, this is the whole angle and this is the whole angle, so it is not, it is dividing the angles into two sides. Yes, so you can't write the opposite angles are equal because these are dividing, and even we don't know the value of z, and even we don't know the value of x here. But here you observe it is no dividing. The angle B is 112 and angle D is y. So we can say these are the opposite angles. In a parallelogram, the opposite angles are equal. So we can say y is equal to 112 directly from the diagram. Yes. So 112 y, because in a parallelogram the opposite angles. So we'll write that opposite angles of parallelogram are equal. So now we got this value, yes, 112. So we got this value 112 degree. So is it possible to find the x value from this? Think about that. Yes, definitely we can solve, because 112 and this is the 40 degree and this is the x, and we know that it is there is a formation of a triangle. So we can apply angle sum property and we can find the x value from this. So that means 40 degree plus of y plus of x, which is equal to 180 degree. From which method you are writing this one? On the basis of angle sum property of property of parallelogram, property of triangle, angle sum property of a triangle. So here y value we know 40 plus of 112 plus x is equal to 180. So 40 plus of 112, 40, 52. So that is 152 plus of x is equal to 180 degree. So from that we have to find x value. So 180 degree minus 152. So x is equal to, so 10 minus 2 it is 8, and 7 minus 5. So 7 minus 5 is 2. So it is 28 degree. So x is equal to 28 degree. So now you got the x value, that is 28. So you have to find now z value. So to find the z value, is there any possibility to solve? So if you think these are the what adjacent angle, then you think this is the whole angle we have to take. But here 40 we know, z value we don't know. So you can solve on the basis of that, or you can directly solve. As we know, this is the parallelogram. Yes, so parallelogram, this AB is equal to this DC, because these are two sides parallel and opposite sides, so these are equal to each other, and there is a one line which we can say transfer line. It cuts the two parallel line, and in that we know that alternate interior angles are equal. So this x is here and this z is here. So one is on that side, another one is this side. So x and z alternate interior, so inside. So one is downwards and another one is upwards. So interior, alternate interior angles are equal. If alternate interiors are equal, so x is 28 means this is also 28 degree. So we can write that one. So for that, what you have to write first? AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD, and here z is equal to x, because this is alternate interior angle, alternate interior, or you can write interior alternate angle also. Angles are equal. So here z is equal to x value, that is 28 degree. So x, y and z value we have found. So this is about fifth problem. Let's move it towards next problem then. So third problem, they have given that can a quadrilateral ABCD be a parallelogram. So quadrilateral means it is a four side of any closed figure. So you have to say, so as it is rough figure we will draw. So it is ABCD. So ABCD is the quadrilateral. So to be an parallelogram, if angle D and angle B sum is equal to 180 degree. And the second one, AB is equal to DC is equal to 8 centimeter, AD is equal to 4 centimeter, and BC. So one by one we will solve. So first one we will think first. Angle D and angle B. So which is the angle D? This one. Which is the angle B? This one. So if, as this is a rough diagram, it is a quadrilateral. To become a parallelogram, in a parallelogram, which is that property that opposite angles are equal to each other. So as they have given, angle D plus of B is equal to 180. So when it is possible, angle D plus angle B is equal to 180. This is the condition they have given. So when it satisfies, for example, you can make the sum of the two angles is equal to 180 degree, like 120 plus 60, which is equal to 180 degrees. So the condition may satisfy, one angle is 120, another angle is 60. But to become an parallelogram, what is the condition? The opposite angle must and should be equal. Yes. So opposite angle must and should be equal means we have to divide 180 such that the two angles also same. So is it possible to divide? Because 90 plus 90 we can write. So it is 180 degree. So 90 and 90, that is this one angle, if it is 90 degree, this one is also 90 degree. So we can say that the opposite angles are equal. So if the opposite angles are equal, so this is not property we are proving here, just we are saying for on the basis of this whether we can form a parallelogram or not. That's it. Okay, don't get confused. So if it is a 90 degree, in a parallelogram the opposite angles are equal. So we can say it may form or it may not form an parallelogram. If it forms the parallelogram when the angle B and angle D are 90 degree. Otherwise there is no other to form an parallelogram. So what we can write, what they have asked, can quadrilateral ABCD be a parallelogram if angle D plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. So what we will write, may or may not, because if the sum of the angles it is not possible, then we can't do anything. Yes. So may or may not be for this condition, that is angle D plus angle B, which is equal to 180 degree. So ABCD will be a parallelogram, when it is a parallelogram, only when angle B is equal to angle D, that is equal to 90 degrees. So only one possibility is there, when these angles are equal to 90 degrees, then only there is a possibility of formation of the parallelogram. So second one, so in that AB is equal to DC, which is equal to 8 centimeter. So which is the AB here? This one. So it is 8 centimeter as they have given, and DC is also 8 centimeter, and AD is 4 centimeter. So AD is 4 centimeter, and BC they have given 4.4 centimeter. So what is the parallelogram rule? The opposite sides must and should be equal. So here these are equal, okay, but as they have given, this is a 4 centimeter and this one is a 4.4, that means it is not equal side. So if it is not equal, then we can't form a parallelogram. So we can say no, it is not possible, because as they have given that AD is not equal to CB or BC, as they have given, like that only we will write. So 4 centimeter, which is not equal to 4.4. So this is the sign which is not equal. So we will say. And third point, so angle A is 70 degree. So this one they have given, angle A is 70 degree and angle C is 65 degree. If the angles are different, whether it is possible to form an parallelogram? No, because in parallelogram the opposite angle must and should be equal to each other. So if the angle A is 75, then this should be 75, but they have given it is the angle 65, then it may not be an parallelogram. So no, it is not possible, because angle A is not equal to angle C. So this is about your third question. So remaining we will solve in next class. So write down your homework question. So before going to the homework, just we will observe the fourth one also, because it is related to this topic only. Draw a rough figure, a quadrilateral that is not parallelogram. So you have to draw the rough figure of a quadrilateral which is not a parallelogram, but so you have to remember that what is the properties parallelogram has. So we should not get that one, not a parallelogram, but has exactly two opposite angles of equal measure. So these are the two opposite angles. So we are drawing a quadrilateral which is having two opposite angles equal measures. That means opposite angles are equal to each other. So you have observed one of the example, that is kite. So we can say this is a perfect example for the quadrilateral which is not a parallelogram, but it shows that the two opposite angles are equal. So how it is drawn? So from the pencil you have to draw. Okay, so I will draw roughly. So this is your kite. Here the two sides are equal. Here these two sides are equal. So if you observe here, so we will give the name. So A, B, C, D. So we can write this AD is equal to this AB, and even this DC is equal to this BC. If you observe the angles of this angle D and angle B, these are opposite angles, yes. So these opposite angles are equal to each other. So we can say angle D is equal to angle B, or you can write this one as angle ADC, angle ADC, which is equal to angle ABC. But this is not called as a parallelogram, this is called as a kite. So even we can say this one is the quadrilateral. So this is the one of the best example for the quadrilateral, where it is showing the one of the property of the parallelogram, that is two opposite angles are equal in measures. Okay, so just in fifth question we will solve in next class, and write down your homework questions from here. So this is your homework question. Okay, so this is 70 degree XYZ. So you have to find the values of XYZ here, and here this is the X, and this is 110 degree. What is the value of X you have to give, and if you are written the X value, then you have to give the reason for that. That's why I have given Y. You wrote X is equal to the some value, then find XYZ. You have to find from this XYZ value. Okay, so I hope you will solve these problems. Solve properly, neatly, and send it to me.